In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord Jesus, Heavenly Father, please seal my soul. Shield me, guard me, guide me, protect me in love and light. I rebuke all evil entities. I banish them back to their source, body and blood. Amen. Thank you. I am with Kayla Gilbert, and I'm looking for her dad. Daryl Gilbert, are you here? I feel like he walks fast, or he was walking fast. At least that's how he's coming through. I can see like the heels of his feet as he's walking. It's like working hard, gotta go, like walking fast, like really multitasking, like just very strategic the way that he's doing things. Come on, we don't have time, let's go, pick it up. That's what he's saying as he's like going through. Okay. I saw a little dog that was like very excited, like it's a very small dog, like low to the ground, like this, like kind of following him as he's walking through. Did this dog... Alright, so I know there's a lot of dogs that are, like, food-driven, but, like, I heard your dad clearly say, no, you know it's not dinner time. But he, like, said it, like, so soft. Yeah, okay. Daryl, one more thing, please. I heard him say, that's my seat. You go, yep. Alright, let's go. Let's go for the message. Daryl. I heard him say no shenanigans. I'm trying to just... He's doing one-liners. Okay, I can't even... I'm trying to ask him the question. He keeps saying... He goes, does anyone know where the remote is? He goes, I had it the whole time. He's like, kind of like... He goes, she needs this right now. Okay, that's... He's wanting to make you laugh. Daryl Gilbert, the floor is yours. Kayla, I love you. I honor you. I support you. I always have. He goes, I know that I always shied away from all of your crazy ideas, thoughts, and beliefs, but I just want you to know, you're right. He goes like this. It's like, it feels like a joke. Like, he doesn't ever want you to, like, yeah, you're right, you know, succumb. You guys have this fun energy where it was like, jokester, not really jabbing, but just kind of taunting, having fun kind of thing. He keeps saying you're very beautiful. Like, you know that you are, but it's like he's got to say it to you. I feel like he said when you were alive, or when he was alive, I'm sorry, he would say this as well. But it didn't matter. Like, that was something that you struggled with, or just kind of always like, no, I'm not. This and that. He says, cut that shit out. He goes, that's one thing that hasn't changed. He's like, you're absolutely slap doggone gorgeous. He says, you rule the world and you know this and you know that you can. He says, don't let anyone make you a pushover because that is not who you are. He says, when that has happened, you've been in dilemmas before and it didn't end nicely. You push and push and push until you fall off the damn cliff and you don't take anyone with you. He goes, I swear to God, child, if that ever happens again, you ever put yourself in that situation again, I want you to grab them and bring them with you. Okay, Daryl. What's the most important thing that Kayla should focus on right now? Are you wanting to learn something or in school or thinking about school? Learning something new?
I was thinking about going back to school, yeah.
He's saying that's what you should focus on right now. He says you have to make space because you don't have time because you're being pulled in all these different directions. He goes, I'll tell you right now, there's 3 things on that list that you don't have to do. He says you know what that is. He doesn't need to elaborate. Go further, Daryl. He says, right now you need to focus on pouring into your own cup. I asked him more, what should you be focusing on? Pouring into your own cup. He says, I know that you're in high demand. He says, but you're not going to have much more to give if you don't stop and take a break for a second. You need to alleviate your stress. You need to be able to function accordingly, especially with these big steps and big changes that you're wanting to take into your life. He says, and stop with this tit for tat shit. Who's this about? It feels like it's in regards of like a relative energy. Someone that could be family or close, like energy family. It feels like a female. Is this your mom? Do you get like that with your mom? Is it?
Like arguing?
I don't know if I want to say petty because it doesn't really seem petty. It's heart driven. Okay, so here's just an example. Just an example. Let's say that this person, let's just say it's your mom, okay, for shits and giggles. she will go out and wash her car or go like do like a badass car detailing on it or whatever, and then she has to like come back and like talk all about it and how she got a good deal and this and that and this and that. And then it kind of like hits you internally where it really is just a car wash at the end of the day. But there's a deep-seated childhood issue where it almost feels like it's not good enough, and it's like raise it up, step it up to the plate kind of thing. So then like you feel almost like you have to succumb and go get your car washed too. Or on the flip side, you won't even go get your car washed even though you're thinking about it because now she's done it, so now I can't. Just apply the energy. Like that's the best way that I could break that down.
His wife.
Okay. He's saying stop doing that because he says that's not who you are at the core. He's here to tell you how strong you are. It's like there's a self-challenge within you right now where you're feeling so tired, overwhelmed, and defeated. And he says you would have so much more energy if you only had so much more confidence and you didn't give a shit about what anyone else thought about you. He says you need to start focusing on yourself, loving everything that you do because you're doing great things. He says all of these achievements and all of these mountains that you've climbed over. He goes, half the things that you do, including the amount of stress that you handle, like everything's about your stress right now too. He's saying stop it. Like you're way, 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 way too overstressed with all the things that you're doing. He's wanting you to stop and smell the roses. I don't know. Oh my God, he just made me. They'll do this sometimes. I'll usually like feel a pain or sensation. I was compelled to like take my clothes off, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, he's so. I'm gonna. Why did you do that? Because you need to relax. It's like you getting into bed. Like you don't even stop. Like you just take your clothes off. You go to bed. Like you're lacking taking care of yourself. He needs you to really take care of yourself. He says, or else you're going to have a very bad breakdown, and then it's just gonna set you further back. And then you're going to kick yourself in the ass, and you're just going to get into this cycle. He's like, you've been in the cycle before where that's happened. It's very hard to get out of. Do you have any questions that you want to ask him? Even if you don't think he would know the answer, he guides you. So if you need advice or anything that you want to know about in the future or what to do next, whatever, I mean.
I don't know if I should even ask this, but I'm going to anyway. Why he took me off his will?
Why he took you off of what?
His will.
Who did it then? Okay. He said it wasn't me. He said that he was told to. It was a female energy that made him do it. It feels like a mother energy. An older woman. I'm sorry. He said he was actually threatened. He says, and he knows that you would believe it. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, just because I'm not crazy. I literally do.
Let me ask him. How can you shift this for her in regards of her not being in the will? He goes, I try to every day, but she doesn't see it, God damn it. He goes, I don't even like to say it like that. He says that he's paving paths for you. He's paving paths for you behind the veil for new opportunities. Beautiful opportunities that will land you in such a huger, bigger place than what anything in his will could have ever given. He doesn't want you to be mad at him. He said I said to him in my head, I said, why didn't you address the I'm sorry, like, you know, about the will thing? He goes, because she knew that I didn't. He goes, she knew deep down that it wasn't me.
I'm his only child. Like, I knew he wouldn't do me like that. We were best friends.
How can she see these paths that you're paving? Well, if she pulled back, sat down, and rested a little bit. Did you know that you have very strong gifts? The thoughts that come into your mind are actually downloads that you're perceiving from your guides. That's called, is it that one? Clear cognizance, which is the gift of knowing. Your team is literally dropping ideas and paths into your mind and you're dismissing them. One, because you're too tired, you're too busy, you're doing everything for everybody else, and then that little in the back of your mind that people think that you're crazy, and that really did hit you hard, and it was associated and tied in with pain and loss and suffering, and then rejection on top of that, which is a huge blockage. So I'm very grateful that you did this mediumship, because you, only when you're ready and however it works for you, will be able to release everything that I just listed slowly and at your own pace. And when you do, the more you do, it will trickle in. Your gifts will open up more. I just keep seeing golden paths, like he just keeps showing me. I heard more than financially able. He says you'll be able to rest for as long as you want to. Doing what you love doing. 3 years out. He's giving me like an art energy, like a creative art expressing. It's like a very smooth energy. It's not like, like logical, like how he came through, stepping hard, and like, it's not structured like that. It's like a very loose, fluid, beautiful, creative energy that he's showing me. That's the life that he's painting for you. Oh my God, you're punny. Oh, that was cute. What else would you like to ask him?
It's not really a question, but I feel like his death is kind of my fault because I'm the one that had him get with the girl he was with.
Your fault because why?
Because the woman that he married, he asked me who he should be with, her or somebody else, and I chose her because I liked her. But after they got together, she turned into a total bitch.
She have dark hair.
Trying to do that.
Darker than yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's saying, sweetheart, you have to understand that some things are bigger than you. First of all, this was not your fault. It can never be your fault. All of this was contracted, and it didn't matter which woman or which way any of us chose. I was going to go one way or the other. Tell me about her. She was the chosen one regardless in this contract. It would have been her regardless. And tell me about your death. That was his last exit. Okay, so we have like 5 exit points, different times where we could choose to leave our body. Example would be almost drowning in a pool at 10, but then you don't, so you keep going on. Different exit points that dying in a car accident 10 years later, whatever. So that was his last one, like the one that he took, where his actual death date was. It's all predestined. There is free will involved, but ultimately there's only so many paths you can take until it's the last one. So it would have happened regardless. He says, don't you hold that on you. He says, stop that shit right now. He shows up to you at night a lot. Okay, so you're a side sleeper, and you constantly shift from side to side. And whatever side that you're not on, like, he tries to, like, hop over you and, like, get in your face like this to you. Just not really mess with you, but, like, he's trying to energetically let you know that he's there. He's doing this on your face, too, like, in your sleep. Trying to get you to, like, itch or twitch. He's showing me a time where... I don't think you do it anymore. I mean, maybe you do. I don't think that you do. But he's kind of like picking on you a time where you used to wear socks to bed.
Yeah.
It's like going like that, like feet, socks. I like when they do that. That's like, they do that to let you know it's really them and they're really here and they're really talking to you. We're at 14 minutes in. I'm bad at this. I told you. I'm sorry. Do you want to keep talking to him? He just showed me a big old bowl of fruit, like grapes especially, is like in the front of all of it. Do you want me to just ask him to? I won't say goodbye to him. Do you want me to just have him step back, not leave, and we'll have your grandfather come forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do this. I'm holding my phone because it's hard to hear you, but I have to put that up there for a second. Let's see. Floyd Gilbert. He's sweet. Oh God, he loves you. He loves somebody. It's like 5 endearing names like overlapping each other, like sugar, honey, sweetheart, like it's like all at once. He's like, hi. Like when he like talks, he like accents like tipping his head. Oh my God, he's so cute. I feel like there's a picture of him somewhere, like where he's like that. Like he's got like the head tip, or like a lot of his pictures, like where he is in a picture, like his head has that tip to it. And his eyes smile when he smiles. Nice round cheeks, just good smile. He just keeps saying sugar over and over and over again. Floyd, show me something more for Kayla. Well, she already told me she's the only one. Well, no, not really. Okay, so there could be cousins. He goes, she was the best granddaughter. And he chuckles about it. There's like a... There. Did he have walking problems or like a cane or something?
When he got sick, yeah.
So he's sitting but like not well, and like there's like it looked like a cane or like kind of like that towards the end. Floyd. He's showing me all kinds of t-shirts. They're his and they're plain. It's just like all of these shirts, just so many of them plain. Aw. Let me go for the message. I really like his energy. He like very quietly goes, chocolate. Okay. Floyd Gilbert, is there a message that you would like to give to your granddaughter, Kayla? He goes, oh, sweetheart, you're doing the best you can. I need you to know this. He says, you don't need to try so hard. He's like, please settle down. He goes, please take a break. He says, watch your diet. He goes, you're eating shit food. It's not about anything like how you look. It's just that he wants better for you. He says, you're not even making time to what? To enrich your own beliefs. The things that you want for yourself, the things that you care about, you're not doing. He says that's a problem. That's a big, big problem. He says everybody that loves you and that knows you wants the best for you. Show me. He's saying there's 3 people that surround you right now that aren't in your highest good. And you know this. Where you're kind of questioning who they are to you in your life. Doesn't mean you have to cut them off and dismiss them. It's take half the things they say with a grain of salt. I don't really feel that he cusses, but because he's kind of chuckling as he's saying this, it was like a bleeped out. It's their opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Oh my God.
He says, remember that you're in the driver's seat. Nobody else. You. He says you really, really need to sit down and step back and look at who dictates your life. It should be you. He says, go for the things that you want in life. Don't let anyone stand in your way. Always be good, but you need to be good to yourself. He says, you've always been good, but you've always been good to others before yourself. He says, and that is how you got into this predicament right now. He says it's time to start matching actions. Hold on. Can it be prevented? Okay. Don't be like, oh my God, what's coming? Because it can be prevented. Okay. He says there, from the get-go before I asked, there's going to come a time, sooner than later, where it's going to be a sink or swim situation. That's when I was like, wait, when? He said soon. I said, can it be prevented? Yes. Put yourself first before it gets too worse and too late. If you think that you're bending over backwards right now and stretching for everybody else, it's going to take a huge chunk and a huge toll out of you. Or void is to come, where it's literally the universe is going to slam you on your ass and make you sit down. It has this huge lacking energy to it, like a loss. It feels like monetary or just something physical that you would obtain. And as in lose, it really feels like a lending, to be honest. Example, can I borrow your car? And then they crash it. Or can I borrow some money? And they're not going to pay you back. Those are examples. Hiccups like that. You go, yep. It needs to stop. Because they're not already paying you back. And they can't even reciprocate. And it needs to stop. This is what your grandfather's saying. I just heard him say, get a job, you dirty bum. Oh my God, I'm sorry, but I had to just say it because he told me to. I wasn't going to say it. I'm so sorry. You're laughing.
It's so crazy. I know who he's talking about.
He says, please swim, don't sink. Don't let them drag you down. That was a pretty good heed warning because it's... Yeah. No more lending. He says, I don't care if you gotta lie and make up a story that you got some unannounced bill or place to be, whatever it is. No. He goes, you don't even deserve them that, but you're too sweet. That's why he kept saying sugar from the get-go. Because you're too damn sweet. Okay, that... He goes... Bingo. Oh my God, he's so cute. I just can't take him. Love him. His energy's the bomb.
He was my favorite.
He's so cool. Like, he's there. Can you tell me? He is your main spirit guide. Rock on. I love that. Yes? Okay. Wait, what? Why not? Okay. I kind of had to like wheel and deal there. So I personally know they are your guides. They watch over you. They'll keep you from catching fire. Okay, basically. But like you do have to burn. Okay. You don't have to if you understand and know. You can ask them to intervene. You can ask them for help. You invite them in. So basically, this is the essence of divine intervention. If you feel so stuck or you feel so confused or you feel like you just can't step up to the plate, whatever it is, wherever it is, if you're tired of the bullshit, you can ask your grandfather to intervene in your life and he will move mountains for you. They cannot do that unless you ask because we have a contract of free will. They have to. They are the cheerleaders and the mover and shakers on the sidelines, but it's your contract and you have to do with it as you will. But that's sacred information. Most spiritualists do know, but others have to find their way. But if you choose to harness your gifts and work with them, you would find out eventually. So I'm kind of giving you a little boost to help you get to where you want to go, because I don't want to see you have this rug ripping shit because you have really beautiful energy, and I don't want to see that for you. You've already been through enough hell in your life to where let's just move on. Let's move forward.
Is there a way he could like tell me but not tell me who those three people are? Because I have a very great idea.
He says, you know. Is she correct? He says, yes. I asked him, why doesn't he just come out with it? Okay, so you're the kind of person where you don't like quarrel, you don't like argument, you don't like strife, you don't like confrontation. He does not want to give too much away because this video is unlisted, but ultimately, if somebody wanted to find it, they could. Public, because it's public unlisted. So he's putting a big gap barrier around you in that sense, because he knows how you operate. That makes sense. He goes, give him hell, just like that. Oh my God. If you can't do it, let me. Oh my God, I love him. He goes, he's so cute. He goes, I'm young and kicking with the chicken. Just, I don't even know.
Oh my god, bro.
Does that sound like him?
Yes. Definitely.
He might be one of my favorites, so I'm not gonna lie. 6 years of this, and he's pretty dope. 5 minutes left, so I got it that time. Okay. Do you want to ask him any questions?
How does he feel about my relationship?
Shut up. Sorry, that was... So I'm already talking to him in my head. I go, he goes, your relationship has deployed. I go, well, what is her relationship status? He's like, super fucking single. Sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of got like a bad, okay, so like I got like him frowning upon your love life. We'll put it that way. And so I was like, I'm like, what do you mean? And then he responds with, your relationship has deployed. And so I was like, well, wait, is she in a relationship? I'm like, I go, what's her status? And then he goes, very single. So I'll take that two ways because I still haven't gotten an indefinite answer from you. It's either you are in a shitty ass relationship where you might as well be single, or you are too busy and you don't even have time to be in a relationship. Your mouth is dropped.
I'm in a great relationship.
Well, he don't like him. And
maybe it's because it's with a female.
Because of what?
It's with a female. I'm dating a female.
Her. I apologize. Okay, so can you tell me why you said that?
Hey,
He goes, not up to standard. Tell me more. He goes, this has nothing to do with the status quo. This has everything to do with the development of emotions in the relationship. Hold on. This feels like a codependency energy. You go. So hold on, let me ask. I'll say it out loud. Why is her significant other invested in her? Physical attributes, money, because you respect her. Basically because you give her everything that she's never had before, but she's not very healed.
Papa, I think you're thinking about the wrong girl. Because that's so opposite.
Is it you then? Is he talking about you?
Yes.
Okay. That's not the wrong girl. That's the wrong perception. Ooh. Okay, so he goes, as your father said, you cannot pour from an empty cup. He said, you'll be the one to fail this relationship. He says, and that will be something that you'll never let go. So he goes, yeah, I went there. You hold on to things dearly. Good and bad. You let it eat you alive. He says you're your own worst enemy, and you say this is your life cycle. This is your actual biggest life cycle. I don't know if you can see that. You've done this. So keep the energy. You played this cycle out in a story when you were 6. It happened again at, when? 13. 17. Right again around the corner at 18. 22 is huge. You keep the energy of the cycle, and you got different stories, different people, contracts in your life, that energy. And you hold on to all of it still.
Sorry.
So, he says that is the biggest reason why everything that your father said, how he's trying to reinforce you to pour into your cup, take a break, do what you got to do for you, eat better, do better, just all of that. It will affect your relationship in the long run. What you are is what you have to give. What you are is what you have to give. He says you have all and a lot to give, but she doesn't want all that baggage. He's talking about the merry-go-round, that all the ages that I listed, the things that you hold on to that hurt you and that are like the things you don't let go. Energetically, she can't have that. Does that make sense? He says stop with the insecurities. Yo, that was huge.
I'm trying.
He says stop it. He says do great things. That's what you came here for. He says you need to believe in yourself more as well. He says get your skin a little tougher. He says the things that you hold on to all lead into inadequacy, which creates insecurity. You are enough and you are all. He says start showing up for it. He showed me a brown teddy bear. We're at 32 minutes. Do you want to ask him anything before I thank him?
No.
I feel like your dad just chimed in and said red ribbons in your hair. Well, red ribbons for sure. And then faintly, I thought I heard him say in your hair. It's okay. This is why we record. Let me thank both of them. Your dad brought you a chocolate cake as he's getting ready to go. I love when they bring food because there's no food over there. So it's like usually something big that they always bring through. Grandpa goes, how about tacos? Oh my God, they're so cute. I love that.
Oh my God, bro. Chocolate cake and tacos
were your favorite. They love you. Well, of course they love you, but that's so endearing. Food is comfort. They're trying to comfort you. What sweet men. Let me thank them. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Love and light. Oh my God, they're great.